Who am I talking with?
It's nice to meet you. I'm AJ Axelrod. I lead payments and financial services at Clio.
And what does that mean when you lead that?
What
That's
does
a
that
mouthful.
mean? Well, as you know, processing payments is a big part of Clio's value prop to Clio Manage. Today, we process hundreds of millions per month on behalf of our clients to make sure that the billing is easier, to ultimately getting paid is easier. Running small business is hard enough. Managing your cash flows is hard enough. And so to the extent we can make that easy and let them focus on their client work, is an incredible opportunity for us to provide value here. And going back to our mission about transforming legal services for all, this is also one of the places we interact with the client. And so as we heard this morning, offering things like buy now, pay later to make finance less of a barrier to getting legal services is part of it. And I'm excited for our future of delivering more financial services to our customers.
Imagine when I used to practice law when I started, and we wrote down on a piece of paper that then was torn off what we did and how much it cost. Getting the rubber band, and those may have got billed once a month. And how it got billed was somebody keying it up, sending it out, and it was a mess compared to what you're doing right now. And it was one of the greatest stresses we had in the firm. When do we bill? How much should we bill? When are we going to get paid? All of that type of stuff. And you're putting that all in a SaaS system for somebody to be able to use right in their office.
We want it to be, as seamless as any other experience you have in your life. And no one goes to law school. There's the effort of not just going to law school, getting in, and getting through law school, and passing the bar, and all these challenges. To think I'm really excited about tracking my time and preparing bills, and then calling customers who are past due on payment. That's not why you do this,
What? You've only been at Clio how long?
I've been at Clio 11 months.
What attracted you to come to Clio?
Yeah, that's a great question. I've been sort of a vertical software addict my whole life. And I love products that matter, where the person using it on the other side, it matters to them on a day-to-day basis, right? And I know this product does, and that's the first piece of it. I think the next part is you want to work for a company that has an inspiring mission and vision. And, when you hear it out of Jack, it's just so clear. To transform legal services for all, I think if you believe in democracy, which I fundamentally do, a functioning legal system is a core component of a functioning democracy. And far too few have good access to the system. And, a chance to make that a little better is a worthwhile thing to be part of. And I think this is a place that, is delivering on that. And so you want to be part of that story.
And when you come to ClioCon, do you see when I think about what you just described, these are warriors, these lawyers out there trying to do what you just said.
They're doing it. We're trying to just make it a little easier.
Right. But they're trying to make, law more effective in our society.
The events like this are I think great for every employee at Clio, because it just reminds you in a healthy way, and in a much tangible way, you can feel it and see it, that your products do matter, and the things you do matter, and to hear the reactions and applause and whatever from a keynote in the morning or someone demoing something at one of the product labs, it refills that tank of energy.
What's the first thing you'll remember about Clio from the day so far?
Today?
You'd say, or I'm talking about ClioCon.
ClioCon in particular.
ClioCon, you'll remember and you go, wow, I'll always remember that.
I will always remember actually the running in this morning, right before the keynote started, to see how many people are there early in the morning. It's a long day. It's an early morning. Someone come from the West Coast like me, which many of our clients do that. That means getting up super early, and conferences can be daunting, big spaces. But to see how many people were there, excited and committed and wanted to hear from us, and the interactions you have, I will never forget that.
And they have been. I've been here since the start of these ClioCons.
It's a little bigger now.
I have to tell you the truth, but Jack's. I'll use the name Jack as
Yeah.
it's synonymous with Clio.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I remember it being,
Yeah,
it
you
was Jack and Ryan.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we recorded an interview of those guys in 2009.
Yeah.
It
It's amazing.
didn't look like today.
It's incredible. Feel
But-
fortunate to work for a founder like that.
Yeah, but the feel of the energy of the people was palpable, and they become a tribe.
Yeah, this is a special company, and it's a special company because of the people. Software is a people business, right? At the end of the day, and there's great people here. I feel so fortunate to be just part of this team.
What about the values that attract you to the company?
The values.
Yeah.
How deep do we want to go?
Yeah.
There's a few values, but I'll just pick my favorite for now.
Right.
We talked about like drawing the owl. So
Right.
starting with sort of like an incomplete picture, right?
Right.
But it's this willingness to put something out there that is directionally correct as you listen to your customers, and then keep iterating on it to make it a little better, and that really speaks to me about like how you actually make a change, which is like you just get started and you kind of draw the broad strokes and you go back and fill it in over time, and that really speaks to me. And as a culture, it's also one that really respects people, and makes it a place that's easy to live.
Yeah, that's what I hear over and over. And I do remember very early on was draw the effing owl.
Yeah, yes, yeah. We dropped that part, but yes.
Just keep it very simple.
Yeah.
What you would draw in school.
Yeah.
Owl doesn't need to be that much, but you can continue to improve
Yeah.
it. Keep drawing it forever.
Keep drawing. Yeah.
What's the greatest part of even working with the team that you have that
Yeah.
you get to work with now? I mean, who's on your team? I mean, I'm not saying by their names, but
Yeah.
what are they doing, and how are you interacting with them, and
We
what's
have,
fun about?
we interact across the company. It's sort of like payments and financial services everywhere, because we have to, you want to meet your customers where they are, and I across and everywhere. I love it. My team in particular covers everything from helping you get set up on payments to navigating a chargeback if that happens, unfortunately, to managing our risk operations. Because you can imagine there are bad actors out there to try to take advantage of us, impersonate a law firm, or try to do those things, and someone's got to kind of like guard those gates. And we cover that broad range, across a variety of sort of payment operations type things.
What prepared you to come to Clio? What were you doing before?
Yeah, I earlier in my career actually worked at Visa. Got my sort of like real training, if you will, on a payment system while I was there, and have spent my career since then in that intersection of software and financial services, and law is just such an important vertical. Yeah, just excited to be part of it.
Yeah, I mean, I heard that from Jack. I don't know if it was in a press conference that we had or when he was on stage, but he said we're able to attract people from companies that may be doing something that are just trying to get more social media members or something like this, that this is more genuine and real.
Yeah, this is real. You're making a difference, and you can take maybe a skill or a specialized, trade or something that you develop somewhere else, and try to apply it here. But it's the culture, that it's just a team you want to be part of, which is great.
What's it been like now with the acquisitions this year? It's been
a busy year.
I bet.
I don't know any different from Clio, but I've been part of other companies that have been through a lot of acquisitions, and I think it's been pretty seamless, is the way I would describe it. Great alignment to the mission and vision, great people, and I think it sort of speaks to the overall strategy of the company that these have been things that allow, Clio broadly and these companies that are now part of Clio to just better serve more of the ecosystem. It's not been about, just a pure financial transaction.
Right.
It's been about, a sort of 1 + 1 = 2 or 3, 1 + 1 = 3 type motion. And it's, it's a transformative year, but it's been exciting, and I think there's even more to come.
Well, that was my next question. What's the stuff on the horizon that's even exciting for you?
I mean, for me, there's a long list.
Right.
Like I think right now, the intersection we have, with VLEX coming soon, to bring the practice of law and the business of law together. So what you do every day doesn't feel like you're jumping between stuff. It's just seamless and easy, is a huge step forward. I think, incredibly accelerated by AI. As we heard this morning, legal services being like $1 trillion market, but like 3 trillion unserved.
Right.
That serving that 3 trillion, if you will, is what excites me the most. Removing barriers to access, making, lawyers more efficient or giving them time back to focus on clients, is what excites me. And for me personally in financial services, I think we've offered great tools through Clio and, the acquisitions. Now it's about providing resources. And for many of these users, it's a small business. Running a small business is hard. Every day you're managing your finances, you're trying to get through month to month, quarter to quarter. And if we can help them find success and success defined on their terms, that would be amazing for me.
Yeah, I mean, you may have got the best applause today when it came up on the screen as to how the bills were were going to be paid and how they were going to go out.
I mean, it's there's like days when you're like, do people actually care about this? Like, it's just a billing workflow, and then you come here and you're like, yeah, they really care about it. They really care about it.
When you say you go see the customer, have you gone out and personally seen law firms? You have people on your team that see them? Do you talk to them online?
A lot of talking online.
Yeah.
And so much happens over Zoom now
Right.
instead of in person. This is my first in person with many of them.
Right.
But I think like they should be a little wary of letting me go visit the customers because this is so much fun. I might just only go visit customers.
Yeah, I'll bet. I mean, that's what you said before about this conference. How does this conference compare to other industry conferences you've been to? Because you've been.
It's great. I've been to a lot. This is first rate. We got an amazing marketing team, and I think to not just make this about Clio, but bringing the whole ecosystem together with all the partners and with others here. This is great. Yeah.
You should know. I mean, now maybe other people have said it inside of Clio, but you're very inspiring. I mean, so you're fired up.
Yeah.
I mean, you talk about why it's important that you guys are doing this area of the law, the things that you like to do. I find it inspiring just to go back and take some of what you talked about and bring it into our company. So I appreciate it very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you for having me.